want a second opinion?
They're coming. A fractured world of fading light sets the tone in LumenTale Memories of Trey. A young adventurer retraces forgotten memories while confronting forces that threaten his past. Exploration moves at a measured pace, blending light combat with thoughtful puzzles across varied environments. Skill upgrades and optional paths reward careful progression. Emotional encounters and boss battles deepen the narrative impact. Soft pixel visuals and a reflective score reinforce its contemplative mood. A character-driven role-playing adventure shaped by memory and resolve. Ori and the Will of the Wisps shines with breathtaking visuals, fluid platforming, and an emotionally rich story that resonates deeply. Every area is crafted with care, from the lush forests to the glowing caverns, all enhanced by a soaring orchestral score. Combat feels responsive, and exploration rewards curiosity in satisfying ways. The bond between Ori and the world builds through touching moments and thoughtful pacing. A memorable journey that feels both grand and deeply personal without ever losing momentum.
Now it is time to add your own...
Hogwarts Legacy is an immersive RPG set in the 18th century environment of Hogwarts, where players may direct the action and create their own quest in the wizarding world. Explore the vast world of Hogwarts, Hogsmeade, the Forbidden Forest, and the surrounding overland area, learning spells, brewing potions, growing plants, and caring for magical creatures. As you progress, you'll be assigned to a home, form connections, and learn new talents in order to become the ideal witch or wizard.
The journey ahead will reveal...
Bright adventure and creature companionship define Monster Hunter stories. A young rider bonds with powerful monsters while exploring vibrant regions shaped by tradition. Turn-based combat follows a clear rhythm, rewarding anticipation and tactical planning over brute strength. Raising and customizing monsties adds strategic depth and team synergy. Optional quests and hidden dens extend engagement beyond the main narrative. Cel-shaded visuals and an uplifting score reinforce its optimistic tone. A welcoming role-playing experience built on connection and strategy. Samurai Warriors 5 hits hard with bold, stylish combat and a fresh art style that sets a striking tone. Combat feels satisfying, with slick combos and screen-clearing moves that never get old. Characters are memorable, and the story keeps things engaging with strong pacing and dramatic flair. The new direction gives the series fresh energy while keeping the essence of what makes it fun. With a solid roster and plenty of replay value, it's easy to keep coming back for one more battle. A solid evolution of the series.
Me? Never.
Resident Evil Requiem sets a somber tone, leaning into isolation, tension, and quiet dread. Set in a ruined city scarred by unseen outbreaks, the protagonist acts as a measured survivor, driven more by caution than bravado. Exploration flows in deliberate beats, mixing pressure, planning, and steady progression. Beneath the surface lie upgrade paths, adaptive gear choices, and routes that reward return visits. Moody lighting and restrained music heighten every encounter. The result is a focused, satisfying campaign that respects player skill and value. Fate Stay Night Remastered is a visual novel masterpiece that finally gets the polish it deserves. The remastered visuals are stunning, breathing new life into the iconic characters and dramatic story arcs. With its branching paths and emotionally charged choices, every playthrough feels personal and impactful. The music and voice acting elevate the already rich atmosphere, keeping you hooked from start to finish. Whether you're a longtime fan or a newcomer, this version offers the definitive way to experience the legendary tale of mages and heroic spirits.
にしたってシローの味方をしてあげるの。
30XX is an exciting action platformer game that mixes old principles with current roguelike aspects to provide limitless replay value. It has thrilling action scenes, precise platforming puzzles, and amazing sprite work. Each character has a distinct playstyle, allowing players to learn skills and explore sophisticated systems. The game's ever-changing nature ensures that no two playthroughs are the same, and its roguelike advancement system allows players to fine-tune their gameplay. 30XX has both local and online multiplayer possibilities, which improves the whole experience. Valfaris Mecha Therion is a brutal, high-octane, side-scrolling shooter that delivers a satisfying blend of metal-fueled chaos and intense action. The mech combat feels incredibly punchy, with responsive controls and an arsenal of devastating weapons that make every encounter a blast. The pixel art is stunning, drenched in heavy metal vibes, and the soundtrack absolutely shreds. Boss fights are challenging but fair, demanding strategy and quick reflexes. It's a thrilling ride from start to finish and a must-play for fans of retro-inspired carnage and adrenaline-pumping gameplay. Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate explodes with massive battles, massive rosters, and satisfying action that just won't quit. The sheer number of characters is wild, each with flashy moves and enough variety to keep the combat from going stale. The new story content and added modes stack well with the core formula, making the whole thing feel huge. Whether mashing through armies or unleashing divine powers, it's easy to get lost for hours. This is Musou Chaos at its most fun, loud, and unapologetically over the top. Selfloss is a fascinating fantasy adventure set in a realm influenced by Slavic culture and whale worship. Players accompany the elderly healer Casimir on a journey to repair his soul's scars, spanning land and sea to confront the mysterious miasma. The game includes an enchanted staff that allows for simultaneous and independent control, allowing players to solve puzzles and rid the planet of miasma's influence. The world is a sea-worshipping realm full with whale deities, inspired by Iceland's landscapes and tales. Immortal Realms Vampire Wars is a deep strategy game that mixes turn-based tactics with card-driven mechanics. Command vampire clans through dark campaigns, making meaningful choices that affect both battles and story progression. The tactical depth keeps each encounter engaging, with careful planning and resource management rewarding patience. Strategic battles feel rewarding, and the lore-rich setting adds weight to each decision. A satisfying challenge for those who enjoy thoughtful strategy and vampire-themed storytelling.
Too, so I can finally be at rest.
Beholder 2 transforms the dull world of office politics into a tense journey of ambition and consequence. Set in a bleak totalitarian regime, every decision carries real weight, pushing players to question how far they'll go to climb the corporate ladder. The moody visuals and dark humor give the setting a strong personality, while the mix of management, stealth, and moral choices keeps each moment unpredictable. Its smart writing and atmosphere make it an engaging tale of control, loyalty, and the price of success. Arcade heritage takes center stage in Capcom Fighting Collection. This anthology gathers classic competitive titles that defined an era of precise timing and disciplined execution. Matches reward spacing, combo mastery, and thoughtful reads over reckless offense. Online play with rollback support extends longevity, while training modes and galleries add historical context. Varied character rosters invite continued refinement. Vibrant sprite work and iconic soundtracks preserve the original intensity. a refined compilation for competitors and newcomers alike. SUPERHOT is a clever and intense action game that turns time into a tool. Every move counts, making strategy just as important as reflexes. The minimalist visuals keep the focus on gameplay, and the slow-motion mechanic creates moments of real tension and satisfaction. Each level feels like a puzzle where you plan your actions carefully, then watch them unfold. It's challenging without feeling unfair, and the pace rewards patience and creativity. A smart, unique shooter that keeps you thinking with every move.
To be the owner of your very own fruit.
Running a food bus through sun-drenched landscapes turns out to be genuinely therapeutic. Fruitbus places players behind the wheel of a traveling kitchen, stopping at scenic locations to gather ingredients and serve hungry customers. The cooking and foraging loop stays satisfying because each destination introduces new produce and requests that shift expectations gently. Bus customization and recipe discovery add personal investment beyond completing each stop. Vibrant hand-painted visuals and a warm acoustic soundtrack make every location feel distinctly alive.
Well, if that isn't freedom, then I don't know.
Cobalt Core is a sci-fi roguelike deck-building game featuring a single-axis fighting system that presents strategic difficulties. Players must direct their crew by playing cards and determining whether to strengthen defenses, escape attacks, or launch preemptive strikes. The game provides a unique tactical experience, allowing players to avoid opposing attacks and exploit loopholes. Players may customize their deck with hundreds of cards and many upgrade routes, taking it from fearsome to invincible. Each character has a distinct gameplay style and narrative. There is a quiet desperation in deep space that this game understands perfectly. Cast as a lone scavenger, players navigate a dying star cluster, salvaging tech to survive. Combat flows with visceral tension. Every encounter demands calculated aggression, creating a rhythm of risk and reward. Beneath the immediate struggle lies a robust web of ship upgrades and branching nebula routes, ensuring no two runs feel identical. Stark pixel art and a low-frequency soundtrack amplify the solitude. This stands a complete adventure built for steady mastery. Within a tower, a strange necromancer performs a ritual. A white feline is in the tower, leading an enigmatic army. Players combine numerous bodily parts to establish a strong army, increasing their chances of survival. They engage in epic fights with competing necromancers, employing strategic abilities to outsmart their opponents. As they develop, they get access to additional spells, skills, and upgrades, ultimately becoming the realm's most powerful necromancer. They roam the realm, unearthing ancient items to bolster their forces. Jitsu Squad is pure arcade chaos with bold visuals and a loud, colorful art style that hits hard. The combat feels satisfying with smooth combos, flashy specials, and tag team mechanics that keep the action moving. Each character has a distinct personality and playstyle, making co-op sessions unpredictable and fun. Boss fights are huge, wild, and keep players on their toes. There's a real energy pulsing through every level, backed by a banging soundtrack. A game made for those who crave classic beat-em-up action with modern flair. Stepping into a fantasy tavern has never been so fantastic. Tavern Talk is a lovely combination of narrative and participatory interaction, with each customer having a story to share. The attractive pixel imagery, comfortable atmosphere, and well-written characters bring talks to life. Choices influence relationships and reveal fascinating backstories. It's the ideal game to unwind with, providing warmth, comedy, and a hint of mystery. Whether you want narrative-driven adventures or simply want to unwind, this game is a real treat for the Switch. Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection brings together 6 great titles that feel just as exciting now as they did years ago. The fast-paced action, tight controls, and rewarding challenge make each game worth diving into. The visual filters and optional save assist features are a thoughtful touch that let players enjoy the classics comfortably without losing their intensity. Having everything in one package makes it easy to appreciate how the series evolved, and it's a collection that respects longtime fans while welcoming new players to the adventure. Crystal Ortha brings a satisfying retro JRPG adventure with a lively party, witty banter, and fun turn-based battles. The treasure-hunting story moves at a smooth pace, full of cozy towns, bold quests, and a sense of discovery around each corner. Colorful visuals and catchy music set a cheerful mood while exploration rewards those who check every path. This journey feels comforting, creative, lighthearted, and full of heart, making every hour feel worthwhile for fans craving classic fantasy, treasure, friendship, and hopeful adventure thrills. PJ Masks Power Heroes Mighty Alliance is a fascinating adventure game in which players must travel the city, Mystery Mountain, and Ice World to locate missing pieces. The game's power heroes include Catboy Owlette, Gekko and You, Newton Star, Ice Cub, Lilyfay, and Bastet. To win, players must use their unique abilities, collect gems, discover secrets, and unlock hidden masks. The game is user-friendly, with easy controls and intuitive interactions, making it an excellent choice for all heroes, whether on land, in the air, or at sea. Trident's tale sets a steady course through myth and magic, where underwater ruins and ancient powers create a world full of wonder. The combat sticks with a satisfying rhythm, mixing spear skills and spell work in a way that feels earned. Environments carry depth, with each new location urging exploration. Music lingers just right, never too loud, never too faint. It's not just about battling sea beasts, there's quiet reflection between the waves. For those seeking adventure with a touch of mystery, this one flows just right. Wild Heart S feels bold and energetic, with thrilling hunts that reward planning and quick thinking. Massive beasts demand smart use of tools, clever positioning, and teamwork that feels rewarding. Combat feels weighty, weapons feel distinct, and each victory feels earned. The world has a strong identity, supported by striking creature designs and a sense of danger that keeps tension high. Progression stays satisfying, encouraging experimentation and mastery without losing momentum. Crafting systems add depth and keep battles fresh.